We've seen so many blocks from each of these squads. I'm loving how aggressive the players have been on defense. What you're seeing in these highlights will make any defensive-minded coach proud, like Chuck Daly.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
TaMarcus Smart.
Hit it. Hey, watch the screen left.
And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Harden has it up the floor. To Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down. To Horford. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Hey, lock up.
To Harden. Short jumper won't fall. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen.
Right there, big screen.
Has a chance. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Harden in possession. The deficit is 6. Embiid. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Boston with the basketball. TaMarcus Smart. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Jason Tatum at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's been steady, 83% at the line. Tatum's good on the free throw. It's a three-point play as Boston adds to the lead. Harden in possession. The margin standing now at 7. Here comes the screen. Harris. And stuffs it home.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Brown with it up top. He'll run the offense.
Let's cut.
And stuffs it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Here comes the screen. Harden, guarded by Derek White. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Tobias Harris swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Big pick right there.
I got ball.
To Horford. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Tatum. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Count the basket inside.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Jaylen Brown. Joel Embiid with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Harris to Harden. Embiid. Down low for Harris. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Horford. Tatum. No good. That's great defense. Sixers have the basketball.
Hey, switch, I got it.
To Embiid. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Jaylen Brown.
Watch got it.
Boston with 4 to shoot. Wide open look, won't go.
And I'm telling you right now that the defense is playing with fire right here. If they keep giving up open looks, they will not have the lead eventually.
Embiid, great look and vision. And scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Brown into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Marcus Smart. Knocks it down from mid-range.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Good look that time, but off the mark. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Harden against White. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. It remains Sixers basketball. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Al Horford rejects it, and they pounce. Celtics have it. Driving right to the basket. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Al Horford going to the line to shoot two.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Al Horford, couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First free throw is good. Two for two on that trip. Harden into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Embiid. And the reward, he's going to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Furkan Korkmaz. He's got two shots coming. For his career, 50%. Wants to do better. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Horford. Nothing going here on that drive. Lays it up and in.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To P.J. Tucker. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. They've recovered it. To Horford. Got it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Harden with the basketball. His guys down three. Off the assist.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Screen coming. Horford. And count the basket.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers him and puts him right on balance every time.
To Harden. Embiid. Oh, he had it. The follow won't go either. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Harden to Embiid. Going to launch beyond the arc. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Layup goes down. Well done.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's in the hands of Harden. To Embiid. Short jumper off the mark. With the flush, taking on all comers.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
A pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
New blood coming in for both sides. Harden. Deep right corner. To Harden.
Here comes screen. Here comes screen. Here comes screen.
Throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Horford to Marcus Smart. Tatum. Oh, that's how it's done.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Here comes the screen. Harden. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Horford. A fundamental shot right there.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to P.J. Tucker. And draws the foul.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Malcolm Brogdon at the line for 2 shots. A career 87% from the line. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2.
Get your money. Get your money, man. Come on here. Come on.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Celtics way out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Harden with it up top. Trailing by 14.
Screen on your left. Screen on your left.
To Tobias Harris. Short jumper off the mark.
I got ball. I got ball. Ball.
Harden. And that's going to get out of bounds. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Harden. Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. It goes down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Marcus Smart. Baseline drive. And coasting in for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Has a look. Here's the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Boston with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. To Brogdon. Beyond the arc for three. Won't go for Brogdon. Had a hand in his face.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. What to do with it.
Harden in possession. His guys down big. The pass set it all up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Marcus Smart. The screen sets him up for two.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris above the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Celtics have it. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Oh, emphatic slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Now a steal by Philly. Harris. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Off the mark against the double team. To Marcus Smart. The drive right to the basket. trying to cash in. Won't go. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Philadelphia with the basketball. Harris. Surveys the floor. To Tobias Harris. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Harden picked up by Derek White. Short jumper won't go down. Ball's controlled by Boston to Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden in possession. Down a bundle. Nothing going here on that drive. Harris to Harden. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
To Embiid. Nice pass to get things going.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Celtics have it. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Tobias Harris. Harden. Can't connect. To Jaylen Brown. Second effort. Joel Embiid with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Harden. Harris.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Harden. And he'll head to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
P.J. Tucker, a couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. First one, count it.
Entering the game for the Boston Celtics.
Able to convert on both free throws. To Jaylen Brown. Tatum. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Harden. Harris. Tucker. To Harden.
Send him down.
Fires the 3, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
To Marcus Smart. Horford. And throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics. It remains Sixers basketball. Time for some new personnel into the game. Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Shot clock winding down. Tucker to Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. Boston with the basketball. Tatum. Won't go down. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. the Celtics. Almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The 76ers must be devastated after such a close loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Tatum was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.